So we're back again with yet again another episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. In the last episode, I brought the sacred water to Farron, the warden of these woods and this water place thingy, as if we should call it. Now we're here. And we may notice that I'm kind of using a new feature now. It allows me to use motion controls to rotate the camera. It feels pretty good. I might use it, but if I feel that it's kind of much for me to get used to, I might just turn it off. But usually, what I would have to do is hold down L on the left Joy-Con and use the right stick, which worked. However, I feel like I'm at a more sense of freedom here with this feature. I could turn it off or just leave it on. What I love about the Switch version in particular is that it just allows me to set my own preferences, so I'm not just, again, locked into one decisions in the game saying, hey, this is what we're going to make you work with. You don't get to change it. Well, I'm really glad that they kind of fixed that here. So, hey, we're here, and in this episode, we're going to do some collectible getting before heading into the next dungeon, that is. I cannot promise we're going to get through all of the dungeon in this episode, but hey, that's why moving on is a thing. So, getting onto the sky, we have some things to do. I will be right back. Okay, so we... Oh, a red rupee. I gotta get it. It's always just sitting... No! Alright, try it again. Second try's a charm. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Okay, so looking at the map... Yeah, okay. Enough dilly-dallying. We have some things to get. So right over in this island... It can be a kind of a challenge to land here specifically, but just going over there, I think we're looking at it now. We're headed in that direction. Landing in there could be kind of a trick, because you have to be facing in the right direction if you want to get in there early. I'm just saying, there's a way to get in there early without a certain item-ish. Normally, you're supposed to get in there with an item that you get later, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot on this attempt. Panning the camera down kind of does help, I think this is the way. I cannot, no promises, but I think this is the way. Pass up the hole. Okay. Yeah. As if I was just saying, target. Target thing. Anyway, enough. Go ahead and chop this grass on open. This goddess cube, I'm pretty sure is another heart piece. It could be a, let me just check. It could be a heart piece, but I just want to make sure. Okay, yep, this is the 13th heart piece. Pick this up in the island with the hole, just underneath, whatchamacallit, or just east of Lanayru Desert. Yeah, good enough. Let's go ahead and remove this beacon as soon as we play the harp here just in front of these butterflies. Gossip stone with a treasure boiling thingy. What is it with the monster claws? It could always give me like an ornamental skull, because honestly, if you go ahead and look at my inventory, I need more of those. I need more of those for sure. One is not going to cut it. I'm just saying that I'm going to need more of those for upgrades. Okay. Now the next one we're going to go ahead and get, I think, is going to be in the Thunderhead. The Thunderhead can be notorious for being sort of hard to navigate, because, like, for the first 3/4 of, like, the beginning of the game, for sure, you will not be there. It will be new to navigate, for sure. I say for sure a lot, because I have emphasis. My spidey senses are tingling with emphasis, okay? Let's go ahead and get into the Thunderhead and get our next collectible. Alright, so here we are inside of the Thunderhead. What do we have to get here? This chest, right on the top right, kind of does serve as a nice, gettable thing for now. It will help me a lot. I'm just saying, not supposed to give any hints, but, look at the pouch. I have one spot left to get at the moment. I have these two to fill right here, but I'm glad that I left one open for this thing that I'm going to go ahead and get right now. I will not specify what it is at the moment, but for those who have played this game before, I'm reaching out to everyone, and I speak for everyone who says rupees are a necessity, because man, they are. They are, and this part is just what I've been looking forward to. Right here. Let's go ahead and just... that's not exactly where I wanted to land, but... you know, it'll work. I don't have to really kill these spiders or anything. They're just gonna draw some stamina down. Get off of me. Alright. Climb up. And I think this is it. I'm pretty sure. Yep, so this is the Rupee Medal. While you're carrying this, rupees will mysteriously appear more often. Keep it with you when your wallet feels empty. Like it does now. I'm like only halfway to the mark that I need to get my next thingy from Beedle, I think. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna go there and show something. I'm just saying. One more thing that I want to get on this specific island in the Thunderhead is this way right here. I can go ahead and remove this beacon because it's in the way. This. This will serve as a gateway to getting more fundage for the future, as I think. It's on my chart here, so I'm just hope that I'm right about that one. No. Okay. Fundage, I stand corrected. An evil crystal. Okay. I can vibe. I can vibe with this. Alright, false alarm. Let's go ahead and get the next chest, which is going to be in the water, it says here, in Skyloft. I'll be right back. Alright, so venturing in the sky, I just kind of want to add like more footage of this, like me flying through the sky. I again don't feel that I do that enough. It's just one of those perks that I have in the recordings. It's I'm allowed to put myself flying around sometimes. Let's go ahead and remove these beacons. They're distracting me. But I'm allowed to add myself flying around and enjoying the music. It's part of the game. It's part of the game, and I feel that I'm allowed to do that. Okay? Landing over at Skyloft, we have some things to look at, alright? Landing here, we can look at the map and see that there are also goddess chests across Skyloft. Okay? Where do we begin? Alright? Over by the waterfall cave, which is by this big body of water, there is this goddess chest. Most may ask, what is in there? Well, I hate to spoil the news, but there are actually two chests under there, okay? One is a goddess chest, one is a regular one, alright? You can only access this while you have the Water Dragon Scale, so make sure that you complete the first Silent Realm at Farron first. Then do this, because without it, you will not be able to swim underneath this building, alright? Go ahead and... This is the right one, right? Making sure. Because if it wasn't, I would be headed in the wrong direction. Go ahead and just nose pop out of there and completely bonk our way into that grass bale. Yep. What did I say? So this chest right here. What is it? It is fundage. It is a whopping 100 rupees. You must feel like a celebrity. I don't. Link can be there with the hair, the looks, the dashing good looks, and the sword, and the boots, and the shields, and the hair, and the earrings, and the whatchamacallit, and the physique. He's not a celebrity. Who am I kidding? He actually is. Go ahead and open this chest and find out what's in here. Okay, this is the 14th heart piece. Pick this up while you have the Water Dragon Scale from Farron's Silent Realm, and get this underneath the building in front of the Waterfall Cave and Skyloft. And that should, yeah, that should make our 14th one. 2 more to 16. I gotta say, we're not episode 20 yet, but I just feel like it's again going by so damn fast. I gotta point it out. I don't know how I'm doing this, but it's just that killer instinct when it comes to my Zelda walkthroughs. I don't get it, but the next chest we have to go ahead and get is across the island in Skyloft. I don't know why I wrote that way. It confuses me. I don't know what it's talking about. I'm pretty sure it's this one, because guess what? We're already next to the waterfall cave. We're going in the opposite direction, as if I should point out. Alright? I did also talk about the fact that I'm going to show something else here at Skyloft, but after I go ahead and get this chest in particular, because guess what? It's funny. Alright, go ahead and just jump. Ugh. That jump always nerve-wracks the hell out of me sometimes, because I could miss it. I could miss it, but hey. Pop this open and find out what's inside. More fundage. Yeah. I need this. I need this for what I'm going to go ahead and get at Beedle's, but yeah. I may as well show that next, because guess what? I'm 200 something rupees short. I want to show what happens if you actually don't buy something at Beedle's, but you have to talk to him first. Beedle, guess what? I have a question. Pop the bell. I've kind of been waiting to, like, show this for a good while. But where's the rope? It's all the way up there. Okay. Don't fly off without me, Beedle. As if I'm sure he would, because I can be kind of pestering sometimes. Not gonna lie. Beedle. I kind of bought like half of your merchandise. I have this thing that interests me. It is a bug medal. As long as you're carrying that, you'll be able to see on your map where bugs can be found. Quite expensive, but if you like catching bugs, it's indispensable. I'll sell it for 1,000 rupees. Want to buy it? No thanks. Please take a look at the other things that I have for sale. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Oh, please wait a moment. Do you know how heavy you are? I have to pedal extra hard with you up here. Then you have the gall to leave without buying anything? Off with you. He just throws you out in the most gruesome way possible. Alright. This is funny because determining where you land is impossible when it comes to this part. Maybe it is because depending on where you stop Beedle's ship, maybe you can determine it, but I've seen LPers like Chukka Conroy, some other Let's Players that have like really like crazy montage of Beedle just throwing them out of the air shop and them landing in the most dumbest, weirdest places, like on top of this bench with Link's butt just facing in the air. I had to bring that up. I just had to show it. For those who have not played this game, again, I reach out to all crowds when I just do these series. But, alright, enough with that. I think we already have upgraded everything. I'm not going to go ahead and get the bug medal just yet, because there is more fundage that is coming up in the next dungeon. But let's go ahead and make way there, shall we? Alright, let's go ahead and land over at the Floria Waterfall, because this is our destination, as per usual. Alright, now we can land here and enter our next spot. There is a pretty good amount of lore about this next particular dungeon. Not gonna lie, it's pretty interesting. It kind of blew me out of the water when I first read about it. No pun intended. Blew me out of the water. Let's go ahead and see where this brings us. Yeah, welcome to the Ancient Cistern. The Ancient Cistern is really unique to me in a way, because when I first played this game for the first time, I had no idea where I was, or that there was such a big amount of lore behind this place, but all I'm going to say right now is that it's kind of a long one, but this ties into a story of the Buddhist story. The Buddhist story. very unspecified, but it consists of water, statues, and treasure hunting. Alright, that's all I'll mention for now, but when I get the item of the dungeon, which I'm pretty sure I might do in this episode, I'll kind of walk more into it, but for now, I'll just kind of move on and find out what's up. Alright, let's go ahead and kill this Chew. He's in the way. Our first step is to go ahead and... You don't have to, but you can read this tablet in the very front. It should be right across this area, right here. There it is, right in front of the door. Because there is a secret order to do something later in the rooms, but carved into the great statue are inscriptions of gratitude. They reveal the secret order of this temple. First the back, then the rear, then the back of the right hand, and finally the back of the left hand. So, what does that mean? Well, if you go ahead and jump into the water, not specifically here, but a trick that you can do to get these rupees is to spin really quick, because if you wait too long and you just like casually swim into the rupee, that hand will grab you and yeah, trap you in, and you won't get the money. So let's go ahead and find where those inscriptions are. It should be in the very back, as if I should say. Where is it? Yep, there's one right on the top center. Okay? Look up here, and there's a notch right on the top of that circle. Sorry. One is up there, and the second one should be right down here. Yep, that basically solves our first half of the puzzle. We have up, then down. And it's only a 50% shot with the other directions, and we should be good to go. Alright? And there should be one more silver rupee to go ahead and get in the other hand on the other side of the room. That should be it right there. Let's go ahead and make way and get some fundage, because they count. They count as rupees. We can use these at Skyloft. Pretty fun. Okay. Since we got those, we can go ahead and just fish out of the water. Fail. I missed. I missed. Fish out of the water. There we go. Link? Why? Just why? Third try. Fish out of the water. There we go. Not bad. So, we have to go to the east side of the room. Where are we now? We technically are most of the way there. But since this is like the part where you gotta pull this lever, you gotta pull the lever. Nice. It's the only part that's technically unlocked, but go ahead in here. And there's a big old water spout. Water. I gotta say though, this being a water temple, specifically in Skyward Sword, kind of is just really, really unique. Because who knew that in Farron there can be a water section? Normally in Lanayru and Lake Hylia and places like that, those are water areas. But this one in Farron is just off the charts, I gotta say. Hey Spidey, go ahead and pop our way down and get these guys out of the way here. Get off of me. Anyway, let's go ahead and just flick this. Okay, you're just gonna shoot webs. Get off of me, boy. Up. In the gull. Alright. Chop you down too. Come on. Down. Down. Up. Stab. Perfect. Okay. Now, since I revealed that first clue in the back of the statue, this should be it. This should be it right here. And let's read the inscription. Strike the gemstones pointing in the 4 directions wisely. The way will only open for one who knows the temple's secret order. Okay, so you can go ahead and try this in many directions as you want. We can go bottom, top, right, left. And that will reset the lock. But as I mentioned, what did I say? We want to go ahead and do, let's say, top, bottom. And let's say, I don't know, right, left. Didn't work. Didn't work whatsoever. So let's try it the other way around. Top, bottom, and then left, right. That will let us in. Okay. So, what does that mean? We have a big room with lily pads in it. Big ol' lily pads. As a matter of fact, I can go ahead and chop down these spiders in this room because they will be in the way. You don't have to. You can fight them normally as if you were just, stand on a lily pad with a sword. Not bad. Not bad either, but hey, the spiders are dead. That's what matters the most. Let's go ahead and just kind of gradually hop across. And bop that spider. I should really get slingshot seeds. I'm kind of sick and tired of not having them. But, this kind of says it all. Go ahead and drop down on that. Big ol' spikes. Big ol' spikes with big ol' intentions. What is behind here? Rupee. Don't mind if I do. Are there butterflies in here? I'm genuinely curious. No butterflies? Alright, I don't have to play the harp, I guess, in this room. Go ahead and just get a way on here. And run this way. Bust those crates out of the way. And pop out of the water. And this should be the next part of the room. And the chest. The chest being right there. What is in the chest? Let's find out. Link is like the ultimate treasure hunter all of a sudden. Small key. Okay, with this key, we want to go back to the main room, I believe. Okay. And by doing that, we want to go ahead and use this water spout. I like how Link just casually, like, flails his arms up as he's being carried up through this water spout. It's funny. Let's go ahead and kill that dude. And let's go ahead and look down here. And this should bring us back to where we were. Alright. In this room, we want to go ahead and go to the door and find that locked part. Right across here. And across... What I kind of don't like about the motion control with the camera is that when you sprint, it kind of resets your camera position. Kind of tosses me off, but hey, it kind of saves having to, again, hold down left on the left Joy-Con and then move the camera with the right stick. So there's so many ways to get comfortable with this game, which is kind of what I like, but it is what it is. Go ahead and unlock this door. And this should be the room. Just reading the chart here really quick, because I do recall there being a good section of things to do in this particular room. Or two things, like me. Yeah. Pop down here. I was looking forward to this. Okay, I forgot to mention that this is actually a series of enemies. It's called the Stalmaster. Stalmasters are pretty brutal, I gotta say, because fighting them could involve having to really use, like, positioning and reasoning and angles. Crazy, but just go ahead and be yourself in this fight, and let's just see how you do. And that's really what these Stalmasters entail, for the most part. He's gonna bust out 4 swords. Link. 4 swords. Actually, they're not even swords, they're just like axes, and some are swords. Now, this means that there's gonna be few places to hit him. Stab. And when he does that on like all 4 sides, he can kind of stab there. But if you hit one of his sides too many times on the sword, he'll strike back. And that's kind of what sucks about him. There. Stab. You can get like a double strike if you're lucky. I think that's how it works. Whoop. And if you knock his helmet off, he gets really angry. And he'll switch his angles around a lot. Which is kind of how he... I'm surprised that I didn't take a hit there. But, I did not just beat him already. Okay. I played this dungeon, like this particular part, to see how quick I can beat that Stalmaster, but I sucked at it. I'm not gonna lie, I sucked bad. But here, just kind of went okay. Okay, I'll accept that. Not gonna fight it. And in this room contains what I wanted to talk about. And we have the whip and the nene. Attached to the end of this whip is a strange glowing sphere of light that can latch on to various things. It doesn't even look like light, it's just like a big old bead. If you see something you can't reach, target with ZL and snag it with your whip. Snap. Okay, so most did not notice this, but the legend of this Buddhist story is that the one who entered the temple had an item. It could have been a sword, it could have been some kind of item that allowed him to progress. Now, if we go ahead and hold this, and it's going to be kind of weird because I have to angle myself at the wall, but I want to get close enough to the point where I can kind of like show what the emblem is on this particular part. If you look closely, there is a flower bud on this handle. Link is like, what are you talking about? You better get on with this dungeon. Look at his face. But that is the inscription of the actual story. Okay? Wanted to point that out because it kind of mattered in this dungeon. Because with the lore that this game has to offer, I may as well mention it. But, hey, thrash that water spout back on up and find out where it leads to next. It's obviously the main room. Alright. Alright, that kind of solves the first good quarter of this dungeon. And I hate to say it, but it will be a kind of a cliffhanger. Sorry, but again, I did not promise that I would get through this entire dungeon in one episode. I would like to, but hey, time calls. With that, I will see y'all in the next episode. And there, I will progress this dungeon, per usual. I will do that. I'm not going to be going anywhere else in the next one, just besides progressing through this place. With that, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment, or anything else, and peace out, everyone.